What's up, guys? Welcome back to Nightly Crypto. I'm Nightly, and today I'm talking about Uniswap. And if you don't know what Uniswap is, I'm going to explain it super quickly, but this is more of a video explaining how I believe Uniswap has, put a rift in time to what crypto was like before Uniswap and what crypto was like after Uniswap by adding a crucial piece to the ecosystem of crypto that we never had before. So first of all, just to bring you up to speed, Uniswap is like an exchange. It is a decentralized exchange and one of the first true decentralized exchange. And it works with Ethereum and Ethereum tokens. So any ERC20 token, there's a lot of them, and will be on here. And basically, you can see I have one chain link here. I've got some Ethereum. I can either buy more chain link with my Ethereum, or I can switch it around and I could sell my chain link for Ethereum. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell that one chain link for Ethereum. It connects to your MetaMask wallets and some other wallets as well. And I'm going to pay 4 cents for this transaction. I'm going to click confirm. And then, some miner somewhere is completing that transaction for me. But the important part of what just happened is that I was able to cash out my money from the token into Ethereum without it leaving my wallet. It just converts it, and it converts it trustlessly. And this Uniswap is a true DEX because it's completely decentralized. What you're looking at is just a contract, and you're not sending your coins anywhere. It's not controlling my Ethereum. It's not controlling my chain link or any of my other ERC20 tokens. It is simply converting them without them leaving my wallet at all. And this is extremely crucial because without this piece of the ecosystem, then there's really no hope for new altcoins that, don't have a lot of other things going for them. Because up until the point where we had Uniswap, to make an altcoin good, to make it viable, you needed to have liquidity. Liquidity is really important, meaning, okay, well, how do I sell out of that coin into, how do I cash out? You need to be able to cash out. And so if you had some silly little coin, that was new and not a lot of people adopted it, then what you would have to do is you would have to get big enough, you would have to get listed on an exchange, which sometimes costs money. And you would not only have to have it listed on exchange, but you would have to have buyers and sellers there on the exchange wanting to buy and wanting to sell your coin. So you'd have buy orders and sell orders. Sometimes there wouldn't be enough volume or liquidity to be able to cash out large amounts. And it's just a terrible, terrible, terrible experience. With Chainlink or any of these other ERC20 tokens and Ethereum, we don't have that problem anymore because there's no buyers on the other side. The way it works is you're just trading it, and the way you can trade it is because there's a pool of liquidity. Now, if we go over to the pool and we check link, we can see that the current pool for liquidity between Ethereum and Chainlink, there's 2,400 Ethereum and there's 166,000 Chainlink. So that is the liquidity, and somebody provided that liquidity. So somebody who just had the coins laying around, it's probably hundreds of people are adding to that liquidity. And so what do they get out of it for providing that liquidity? Well, every time you do a transaction, you get charged 0.3%, which is like next to nothing compared to exchanges or any other way you're going to, trade cryptocurrency. But that next to nothing is better than zero, and that gets paid to the liquidity providers. So that's why these people are providing liquidity. And there's a lot of liquidity here, like 2,400 ETH. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a lot of money. And it's equal value on either side of the liquidity pool. So because we have this liquidity, it means anybody could come here at any time and they'll just trade and they'll just trade out any amounts. Now, if you trade a large amount, and there is not enough liquidity, you'll experience some slippage. Like for instance, let's go ahead and click link here, and then let's do 5,000. If we look right here, it said the expected slippage is 66.9%. So I obviously wouldn't want to buy, that much, because there isn't even that much in the pool. Let's do 2,000. Slippage 44%. So obviously the pool isn't big enough for me to make this large amount of buys or sells. So that's and every time you buy, the price ratchets in that direction a little bit. So even though this is a passive system, it's just a contract on Ethereum, it's just a passive thing, a tool that people can use, it will sync with the true price. Because if it wasn't synced with the true price on exchanges, then people would, arbitrage trade it until it was synced, because there would be no more arbitrage. So this is really, really, really cool, because it means even a relatively low liquidity coin can trade out and just cash out at any time. And we didn't have that ability before, especially not in a decentralized way like this. But now we do. Now this Uniswap has actually been around for a while, over a year now, November 2018. However, it's not really widely known. If we go over to the pools, we can see the total liquidity is $68 million. There was 7,500 transactions today, and the volume was $4.3 million. And you can see it started from January 30 all the way up to February. So you see it started just before, what is this, 2000. This started tracking in January 1st of 2019. So this is not a lot compared to exchanges that are doing billions. And so not a ton of people know about this right now. And that's why we are currently, I mean, it's still in beta. If you go to some coins, it says, use at your own risk, because the plan is still in beta. But let me explain to you guys why this is so important. Let's say I want to be the founder of a new coin. I came up with a new idea and I want to make a new coin. Well, if people, pay Ethereum to be able to buy into my new coin, I can actually use that Ethereum and more of my new coin, send it to Uniswap, and I've just provided a ton of liquidity. So let's say I make a new coin and, similar to like an ICO where people would, send money in some form of cryptocurrency to have tokens for an ICO. So now if we do a new coin and they send, Ethereum, let's say, we can send that Ethereum to Uniswap, and that could provide the liquidity, and we could have an immediate market for that coin. Nobody will ever have to worry about not being able to cash out, because they could always go to Uniswap at any time and just cash out on their liquidity. Even more important is, what if that founder created a contract on Ethereum, a smart contract on Ethereum, where all those Ethereum from the people paying for the new coin trustlessly sent it to Uniswap. So you wouldn't have to worry about, what if the founder of the coin pulls the liquidity and then I won't be able to cash out anymore. You would have it trustlessly. So this is an open door to new projects, and it was a missing piece of the ecosystem, and it's very, very, very important, because it means that anybody with a new idea can create something, and that if people want it and people pay for it and people pay Ethereum for it, they can immediately create a high liquidity market where anybody can cash out at any time. And you could do it trustlessly if you use a smart contract to do so. That is huge. So let's go ahead and look at this article. Now, I'm linking this article in my description. This is an article about the founder, Hayden Adams, and he was actually inspired by Vitalik, who is the creator of Ethereum, to create this. So he, created this kind of as a service because, he doesn't get, he's not getting paid for people using Uniswap. He made it incredibly, incredibly efficient. It only charges that 0.3%, and that 0.3% is paid to the liquidity providers. Pretty awesome thing. So I am really excited about this project because it was made by the community for the community, and it enables new projects to be made and have instant liquidity, which is the most important thing for the success of a new project. So hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you see the opportunities. I think, a year from now, 2 years from now, we're going to see so many projects being successful because they built it around the idea of Uniswap and they're able to create themselves a market. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.